What's up, everybody? It's Wako Taco Gaming here. Today I wanted to start a brand new series that I actually thought would be pretty interesting because it's not directly related to gaming. It's where I tell a story, as I'm gonna call it story time. So I'm gonna essentially tell what I believe is either a funny, interesting, or just overall useful story that I have personally from my life. Now, as to keep it kind of related to gaming, I wanted to have some background of me just playing any video game. It'll probably be Call of Duty most of the time, but of course you guys can suggest anything. And these videos are going to be typically 3 minutes or so on the shorter side. They're going to be short videos, so like I said, 3 to probably 7 minutes. It all just depends, and hopefully I get better as it goes on because like I said, this is my first time. And these videos, unlike pretty much all of my other ones, will have either very minimal or no editing at all. I just want it to be one straight go and just be my genuine story from the heart, if that makes sense. So, like I said, please give me a little bit of leeway because this is my first, and I just hope to improve as time goes on. There we go. Today, I wanted to talk about specifically because 2025 is coming to a close, and 2026 is obviously right around the corner. I wanted to talk about something that I thought was very fitting given these circumstances. I wanted to talk about my senior year experience. More specific, I was trying to find a way to word this better, but more specifically, how I've improved upon being a quote unquote quiet, more introverted person. Because, like a lot of people out there, right, I was quiet. I mean, that's really all there is to say. I was a quiet person, and I have to go all the way back to 2024 to get the full picture here. But for my 2024 New Year's resolution, one of my big things was I wanted to put myself out there more. I wanted to just be better because there have been so many moments in my life. I bet a lot of people can relate to this, where it's like, oh, I just wish I did this, or I wish I wasn't so quiet, or I wish I wasn't like this, or whatever. So one of my big goals for 2025 was just put myself out there more. And unfortunately, the first couple months didn't work so well on this. I was pretty much the same guy. Like a lot of people, just kind of forgot or give up on their New Year's resolutions. So I'd say January through March, rather same guy. I'm same kind of quiet guy. Just whatever. I just go through life and just do what I got to do. And quite frankly, I'm tired of it at this point because I'm like, okay, senior year of my own high school is coming up, and do I really want to be unsatisfied with it? I'm like, no, hell no. I got to enjoy it. This is my last year. This is my opportunity to make the most of what I got. So, what do? I do exactly that. Any opportunity I was given for things that I genuinely enjoyed, because it's not just about doing things that you don't really want to do deep down, it's about doing things you do want to do. So, any opportunity I was given, I took it. I knew I was going to have my younger brother in high school at this point, and then I did as much as possible with him. I joined the football team even. I was also in the leadership team. I even earned a role in that. And then I also pushed myself more with my own YouTube channel. So like I said, I try to push myself out there with my own personal stuff. Uh Relating to my own quietness and stuff, I also did things that I just genuinely never thought I would ever even try. So, for example, I pushed myself, like I said, with my YouTube channel, not caring about what other people thought or said, just doing it because I wanted to and just giving it my overall heart. Then I also pushed myself with creating a photography account, a personal photography account on Instagram, because it's always been a passion that I genuinely have. So I did that, that was fun or whatever. And then probably a big highlight for me, or like when I really noticed, like, holy crap, I really did change so much in just a year, is when, I mean, you would never think somebody quiet, right, would run for homecoming king, even as a football player, right? I mean, you just don't really picture that from, is he like a quiet guy or whatever. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take the shot. It doesn't matter if I don't win. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go out there and do it because I want to have fun. At the end of the year, I mean, at the end of the day, it's my senior year experience. I'm just gonna do it. So I do that, and it's overall good because I ended up winning. So I was very satisfied with that. I was like, oh, I ended up winning. So it was fun. The whole thing was just a lot of fun. Obviously, then going to the dance and everything. But my overall big picture here, or what I'm trying to say, I guess, is just push yourself out there more. Seriously, because I ended up finding more personal fulfillment from this year than almost any other year, period, that I've lived. Now, obviously, this relates to or I think this will relate to a lot of people out there because, like I said, I know there's a lot of other people like me in the same situation. But genuinely, make 2026 your year. It doesn't have to be this hard. I know it's like it's harder than it sounds or it's easier than it sounds, but you seriously can do this with just a little bit of pushing yourself. And at the end of the day, realizing that nobody really cares, that it's just about what you want to do. Nobody cares about what you're going to say or what you're going to do. Just have fun with it. Doesn't matter what stage you are in your life, whether you're barely entering high school, whether you're barely entering college, or even beyond that into your career or whatever. It doesn't matter. Just do it because you want to have fun and because you want to be better. Just be better than you were this year for whatever reason. For even if you're not a quiet person, just push yourself out there more. And I know that probably doesn't apply because you guys are probably already doing that, but this is specifically for my quiet peeps or whatever. So just push yourself out there. I think you'll have a lot of fulfillment in that. And like I said, it's something that you're not going to regret because even I this year have just been so much happier, I guess you could say, than it. So I know everybody's different, but that's just my own personal advice because I have a lot of even underclassmen telling me, what's some advice you'd give. And my biggest advice I always say is to just, enjoy it. You only have so much time, even on this planet, period. So just do whatever you want to do because you enjoy it. And that's just my overall big message with this. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I know it's a different style of video, but I enjoyed making it, and I want to make. I probably next week I'd say I have a pretty funny story I want to tell about a family member actually. So it's gonna be a little different than this style, but same type of video. I want to keep expanding on this because this is I have a lot of fun making these. So I guess I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you all for watching, and just push yourself, man. Push yourself out there. Peace.